Welcome to Mind, Body, and Soul Awakening, a show where we celebrate resilience and inspire transformation. Our guests share their stories of how they overcame a trauma and turned it into a triumph. I am your host, Stars Tita. Get excited and let's have some fun. Hey, good morning to you and also you. I am Sartine, and we are here for your 7 a.m. cup of motivation. I'm here for Breakfast with Champions, about to go live. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Welcome. Happy Friday to everybody. I am Sartina. Let's give Kim a round of applause. Come on, make some noise. Woo. We love KWP. Well, God, yes. So, family, it is time to get fired up. I said fired up. Yes. If you want to see my face, if you want to feel my energy, I want to invite you to come through my YouTube channel right now. I'm live every day, Monday through Friday, but an extra special space on Fridays, Breakfast with Champions. We have an app. We don't have the app. We are on Clubhouse. This is an app on your phone, and we have an amazing family. When you come here, we're going to give you motivation, inspiration, and education. I'm just going to scroll through right now to see who's in the building so I can say some good mornings to everybody. Good morning, Scott. I see Scott. I see Kim. I see Christina. I personally like to scroll all the way to the bottom and say hi to the newbies. Like I see Audrey here. I got to put my glasses on because, when you get to a certain age, it's a little hard to see. I see Kamari. Hi, Kamari. I see Rika. I see Candace. Candace wants to come up. I see Audrey, Alan, Satori. Welcome to our space. Tay, welcome to this space. If you are new to this environment, let me tell you, hold on to something. I don't know. Put a seatbelt on, because when you come to this family, we are going to motivate you. I am Sarstina. I'm your life and health coach. And I'm that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. Every Friday, I decided we're going to highlight a book. I told you last week the book that we're highlighting. And if you're watching, I'm going to show you a video really quick. You get to hear it on Clubhouse, but you might want to hear it and you'll see the name. The author is called Dr. Della Toro. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but in life, if you want to be somebody, if you want to do something, it's great if you follow in someone's footprints. That's what's so great about life these days. You don't have to worry about working so much. Years ago, we had to worry about the encyclopedia, or maybe you had to go to college. You really don't have to do those things this time of your life. You can actually just go on YouTube University. So the book that we're highlighting today is Shift into a Higher Gear by Dr. Della Toro, and he is a motivational speaker. I love speaking because that's how you can share your story. That's how you can transform the world. I'm going to play a quick video because this book is amazing. Today, I'm going to be giving you 3 things that you can do to highlight your life. So Renee, when you're ready to pop that video in, you can pop it in. And this is some awesome motivation right here, family. So again, let me scroll up some more as she's getting it in there. Hi, Dylan. Welcome. I see Lori. Dr. Jeannie. Good morning, Dr. Jeannie. Welcome to the building. So since our video's not up yet, there it is.
Don't last, but tough people do. My friend, there are some soft skills that you have to develop if you are going to thrive as an entrepreneur, if you're going to thrive as an influencer, if you're going to thrive as a career professional, whether you're in ministry or in marketplace, or in corporate, academia, military, healthcare. It doesn't matter. Real estate. It doesn't matter the industry. Oil and gas. Right? Pharmaceutical sales, right? Transportation, aviation, right? I speak to some of the top companies in the world, in the entire world, in some of the most amazing sects and industries all across the world. And I talk to high achievers and overachievers all over the world. And guess what? We all deal with storms. We all deal with challenging times and challenging situations and circumstances that don't seem fair. And what do you do when life isn't fair? I can't tell you exactly why bad things happen to good, amazing, brilliant, beautiful people. I don't have all those answers for you. Scripture reminds us that the rain challenges, adversity falls on the just and the unjust alike. So it's not about your spiritual background. It's not about your socioeconomic status. It's not about your race, ethnicity, color, sexual orientation. It's, listen, pain, adversity, hardship, challenge, struggle knows every one of our zip codes and knows every one of our addresses very intimately. So I want to encourage you to remember this. Tough times do not last, but tough people too. So there's an intrinsic skill set that you have to develop, and that's fortitude, that's grit, that's fight, that's bounce back ability. That's that ability to take life's toughest punches and keep pushing, punching, and bouncing back.
Love it, love it, love it. Do me a favor, type in the chat an adversity, a challenge, something that you have come over, a traumedy, I like to say. And I love this so much because it lets me realize everyone is human, because if you didn't know, everyone in life goes through some type of traumedy. A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this occurs, life-changing experiences occur. And I don't like to compare them, big, small. It could be getting a divorce. It could be when you were 3 years old, you got lost in a grocery store and you couldn't find your mom and you were scared, you were lost. It could be the loss of a loved one. All these things can be some type of traumedy. And I'm not sure if you guys realize, but broken heart syndrome, otherwise known as cardiomyopathy, is a medical condition. It's a real condition. You can actually die from a broken heart. And the causes are a breakup, loss of a loved one, or other emotional triggers. So this is a real thing. And today I want to really tap into the leaders, because we are all leaders. If you're watching me right now, you are a leader. You are a champion. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? So in this book that I'm talking about, that I definitely want to invite you to listen to read. I listened to it. I finished it. It's definitely one of my top books of the year, maybe in my top 7. I don't know, but I absolutely love it. And today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that leaders do. But before we get started, I need a little energy in the building. So if you're on a mic, I need you to unmic. If you're out there on YouTube, I need you to get your emojis ready, because I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to feel it. All right. When I say think big, I want you to say times 10. Why do I want you to do this? Because in life, you have to get stretched. You have to stretch your mind. You have to stretch your body. You have to dream, okay? So unmic, come on. Let me see you, Mary Lynn. Unmic. Let me see you, Dora Maria, China, Mary Kim. I'm scrolling, Tanya. Unmic, Dylan. So I'm going to say think big, and I want you to repeat times 10. Here we go. Think big. Thank you very much. One more time. Think big. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some of you may be getting dressed for work. You may be in the shower and you don't feel like talking, and that's quite all right. But you are still a leader. So the first tip that I want to share with you today from Dr. De La Torre in regards to being a leader is see things the way they are. And I heard Tony Robbins say this once when I was in one of his events. And the thing that I loved in the book, he said facts and truths. So a lot of people just tend to self-talk negative stuff to themselves. So let me give you an example of a fact. The fact could be you only have $200 in the bank. That's it. But the truth is that you have $1 million idea, and all you have to do is tap into that and believe in yourself. The fact may be that you've been divorced 2 times and you feel horrible about it, but the truth is you were an amazing person. You learned a lot from that, and you will find a wife for yourself. So you have to differentiate the difference between what's a fact and then what's the truth. Because sometimes just because it's there black and white, it kind of messes up your brain. Anyone want to comment, tap into what I just said? If so, you have 5 seconds to share your thoughts, comments, questions, or opinions. Otherwise, I'm going to tip number 2. Today, if you're just chiming in, we're tapping in on Dr. De La Torre's book, and I'm giving you 3 things that you can do as a leader to be that the way leaders think. These are how leaders think. The second one, think things better than they are. All right. Am I the only person that in 2020 got super motivated? Yes, it was a horrible time. It was the pandemic, but for me, I absolutely loved it. Yes, it was a horrible time, but I looked at the future and I thought, I guess because I was around my daughter and my mom and my family and my niece, it was so loving for us. So you have to see things better than they are. Visualize what you want. Visualization is an amazing thing. And with that, I just want to say you can always tap into self-care. You didn't know, my friends, self-care is the new revolution and we all need it. You know, uh, am I the only mom that said, I don't have time to work out because I have to take my kid to football practice or cheerleading or dance or gymnastics or baton or swimming? Yeah, my kids did a lot. Can I say? Am I the only person who stays up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning trying to get their YouTube banner together or working for something at their job when they know they need to say need to go to bed? I'm talking to myself. I was up till like 2 o'clock last night. I was going to get that banner. So if you look on my YouTube channel, I changed the banner, I changed the picture, because in life sometimes we think about others before we think about ourselves. You have to get that self-care can be as simple as making sure you're getting those 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. I'm loving the way the time is flowing because I get time for some interaction right now because I do want to hear from you. So the second thing is see things better than they actually are. And the third thing that he mentions in the book is make them like they seem. These are things that leaders do. So he mentioned a story, and some of you may have heard it before, and it was about 3 little birds. I'm going to say it was a canary, a bluebird, and a redbird. All right. It's a tree. It's a beautiful summer day. I'm going to say we're in Atlanta because I like Atlanta, but it's not one of those hot Atlanta days, okay? Because, Atlanta can be really hot. I don't think I've ever been there when it was a nice breezy day, so let's go to Florida. Okay, so we're in Florida, and there's a big, beautiful tree, and there's this long branch, all right? And there's 3 birds sitting there. And we can say one bird is Carla, one bird is Mary Kim, and one bird is Natasha. Okay, and we're all sitting here and we're talking about our dreams and we're talking about our future. And one person's like, yeah, I want to go to China and see the Great Wall. So we're just talking, about all the things we're going to do. And this is what we do as business owners, right? We talk to each other and we say what we're going to do. And then you have that one bird that made a decision. He decided, I'm leaving tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to leave. He made a decision. Has anyone watching this ever made a decision? You decided you were going to lose weight. You decided you were going to eat clean. You decided you were going to start that business. You made all these decisions. All right. So we have those 3 birds. One of them made a decision. Can anyone tell me how many birds are left on the branch? On Mike, because I got some peeps. How many? 2. Absolutely wrong. Why? Because he made a decision. Thank you for chiming in. That bird made a decision. He did not take action. And that's what's wrong with people. They don't take action. They don't move. They don't follow through. Your word is your bond. All right. I think the reason why loyalty is so high up there for me when it comes to my core values is because when I was raising my kids, I'm poor. What is poor, right? We were poor. We did not have money. So all I had was my word. And I taught that to my children. You may not be able to give something, but if you say you're going to do something, you do it. So yes, we make these decisions. You have to take action. Yes, I know it's scary. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. Do I do it? And I always say for me, if I don't have those little butterflies, if I'm not nervous about it, then I probably need to do it because it's that scared feeling that motivates me, that excites me. Anyone want to chime in on that topic right there of making a decision and action? I would love to hear from someone in the building. If you agree, disagree, this has ever come up in your life.
100% agree. Thank you for everything. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm back right now, so I'm coming up with a podcast, and I am so grateful for the opportunity, and I can't wait to share with all of you guys.
I love it. So, David, how long have you been thinking about doing this podcast?
Probably for about 6 months.
Okay.
And I've been studying. I've been preparing. I've been listening. Hey, be ready to be a stage because it will follow you for the rest of the time. So, I'm doing my work, and I'm trying, and I'm listening to you, beautiful people, and I can't wait to share it.
David, what's the name of your podcast?
It's called Breadsticks. We're to be honest with you, I really haven't picked a name yet because I'm waiting for to finalize the last little details. And I wanted to name it. I don't want this to be about me. I want it to be about the values that I'm providing. So I'm cooking. I'm still cooking.
I love it. You're cooking. What are you going to be talking about? You said you want to add value. About what?
Yes, mental health and fitness straight.
Oh, we are in the same path. I would love to have you to be a guest on your podcast. I love this. Now, David, what is the date? When are you launching your podcast? Because you made a decision. When are you doing it?
It's gonna. So right now I haven't. I didn't want to pass since I started. I didn't want to pass my 8 months because that's kind of my framework. But I think it's going to be a little sooner than that. So I would say probably another 4 weeks.
I need a date. I need a date. I need a date. What month? What date?
That's amazing.
As he's looking at this calendar, family, I want to tell you what I'm doing with him. It's what someone did to me. Last year, it was maybe April, March, April, May. I was talking about my book. I wanted to do a book because I did my podcast for the first time last year. And I'm like, I want to write a book. I want to write a book. And Glenn Lundy, the founder of this space, he said, Tina, when are you launching your book? And I sounded just like him. I was like, August 4th. Because that's my son's birthday, and I wanted to launch it on his birthday. So the end of July was coming around, and actually it was August, because I remember I was with Dr. Jeannie and Ramon, and I want to thank them so very much. And I was freaking because I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get it done. I got to get it done. I was focused on the cover. The cover of my book legit took me a month to finish. I had a date that I wanted to launch the book, August 4th. My book came out in November. And the reason is because I realized, who am I rushing for? I was getting it done. So that's why I'm pressuring you, David, to come up with a date so you have a focus for that. By the way, purchase the book, No More Traumedy, on Amazon. David, what's the date? You had plenty of time to think about it, brother.
I see what you're doing to me, and I love it. So the date is April 12th.
April 12th. I love that. I love that. Could I be a guest on your podcast? Could I help you launch that? David, would you like to come on here and express your podcast?
I'll be honored to do it.
Woo! You see what happens, guys? When you come to Breakfast with Champions, we make your dreams okay, we don't make your dreams come true. We inspire you to help your dreams come true. Make sure you DM me right now, David, because guys, I'm giving him, let's see, he said April 12th. I'm looking at my calendar now. So April 12th, he's going to launch it, which is a Friday. That's perfect. And guess what? It's a week before Ramon's event. By the way, April 18th is Ramon's event. If you know me, I love Ramon and I'm always talking about him. So David's going to launch April 12th. And it may seem scary, hard, whatever, for a podcast. But let me tell you, the one person who kicked me to get it done was Mary Lynn, all right? Because she did it and she showed us her vulnerability. She showed us as she did it scared. And she got motivation from Marcus Black. And I saw Marcus's podcast and I was like, oh my gosh, he's got video, he's got this, he's got that. But I said, you know what, Tina? Scroll. So I went on his podcast on Spotify and I kept scrolling and scrolling to the very first podcast he did. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not perfect. In life, we tend to wait because we want something perfect. All right, do not wait. So David, I'm excited to get your podcast going and to be a guest on there. If you're just tapping in, I am Stars Tina, and we are at the 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation, which is on Breakfast with Champions. This is a club on Clubhouse, on your phone, on an app, forgive me. And we're here Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. till about 11 a.m. And we're going to bring you motivation. Today, we're highlighting Dr. Della Toro, who wrote the book, Shift into a Higher Gear. Renee, put that book up there again, because I want everyone to read it or listen to it. You know, these days I'm listening to books. I don't have time to read. And at the very end of the book, I love the way he ended his book, family. It's like when I write my next book, I'm doing what he did at the very end. So say you're one of those people, okay, and you don't have that much space. I'm not going to say time, because time is always there, right? And you want to get to the nooks and cranny of the book. The last chapter, he does a highlight of the entire book. I was like I legit, I'm writing notes throughout the whole book. And then at the end, he invites you to his community. He invites you to his event that he does. And then, friends and family, he said, if you get a group of people, like you do a book club, right? And you get the people to buy the book, he will come on as a guest. So last week I already told Renee, I'm like, send him an email to get him on our show. But this was before I finished reading the book. So now when I heard that, I was like, champions, would you like to join my book club, even though I'm doing it every week? And we do this book for the month of April. I reach out to him and get him on. Does anyone want, does that seem like fun to you? Yes, no, maybe so? Unmic, make some noise.
First Unity,
Really?
in St. Pete before. Yeah, he lives in Tampa, so I'll support that one.
I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard. If you guys didn't know, Mary Lynn, that's who just spoke. Make sure you follow her. She is now running the BWC show. I heard, friends, she's going to join and help me get him on here for the month of April. Is that what I heard, Mary Lynn?
I will support that.
All righty. So make sure you tap into this book, family and friends. Is anyone, we're talking about leaders today. We're talking about things that leaders do. I mentioned 3. I have a room full of leaders right now, and that's why I love it. So I would love to hear from anyone who's in the space. I see Rocky in the building. Rocky is amazing with the social media. I love his girl so much. Yes, yes. Rocky, would you like to share something as a leader in the social media realm? Something that Rocky taught me is I hate, okay, I'm not going to say hate, all right? I don't like doing that whole posting thing. I don't know how to do it. It's not my zone of genius. But Rocky, would you like to share as a leader something that you do to stay focused?
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, girl, hey.
I will say that I went on a small rant this morning, and I'll tell you why. I think as a leader, we have responsibility to make sure that we are inclusive to all of our community. And there's a social media expert talking about the hack of stuffing keywords into the alt text position in order to get reach. And that just aggravates me because those who are visually impaired, they see this is to read that to see what's actually in the photo. So if you're stuffing keywords for a hack, you are knocking out a percentage of the community. It's just not morally right. So I kind of explained it. Taught people, the right way to do it. You're supposed to describe what's in the photo. If keywords are involved, that's cool. As long as you describe what's in the photo so that you are inclusive to everybody. And that includes your social media, your websites, all of that. Visually impaired is probably, I think it's about 8.8 million out of the whole United States. So we must include them and not use hacks and disclude them.
Wow. I took a lot away from that. First of all, Rocky, I really love your integrity. Rocky's pretty amazing. She's got like a fan. I didn't see your car, Rocky. What was that about? I was so. I know, girl. Gosh, I'm upset about it. Rocky's got a fabulous car, guys. But what I'm saying is, yes, we all want to make money, right? And Rocky's definitely about it when it comes to the money, okay? But did you hear how her integrity was like, you're taking away from a whole community? And to be honest, guys, I didn't even know anything about you said visually impaired, not seeing or hear. See, that's why you have to hire someone like her. You were going to say something, Rocky? I saw you on mic.
Yeah, it's referring to the alternate choice, the alt text feature. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Yes, that's leaders, all right? Another tip. Anyone else want to chime in on another tip? I have some extra time today. I forgot, guys. So if you didn't know, I did have something I wanted to share with you when it says see things better than they were. So last year, I made a decision, actually the prior year, the New Year's Eve, when I made my goals for the year, I made a decision that I was going to be a better speaker, a better public speaker, a better motivational speaker, better inspirational speaker. And I absolutely love Lisa Nichols. Renee, I want you to cue up the video on YouTube of Lisa regurgitating my speech. So I love this community so much because everyone is the same. We're giving, we give. And everyone's always tagging people and stuff, sending people stuff. And if you know Tina, you know she likes Lisa, right? So everyone sent me this challenge last week that she's doing this challenge. And I kept passing it by because I always get these invites. Ramon even had sent it to me. And then another person sent it to me from Ramon. And I was like, oh my gosh, all right, I'm going to sign up. Because I did this exact challenge last year in August. So I signed up. Now, day one, actually, Pastor Jeff and myself, we did it together. We did VIP. So on Monday, I'm in the challenge, and Pastor Jeff says, "Are you signing up for VIP?" Which was $95. And I'm like, "Nah, I did this last time. I don't need it." Blah, blah, blah. 30 minutes into her talking, I'm like looking for a credit card. I'm like, because I'm like, I don't have a spare $95 sitting around. But, the value that I wanted from this, I signed up on Monday. And let me tell you, it just blew my mind, because my goal last year, I listened to Lisa every single morning when I got up. I was like, I'm going to be a better speaker. I joined Toastmasters to become a better speaker, and I kept winning contest after contest after contest. And they had the final contest in Bahamas. Guess who was at the Bahamas with them? Lisa Nichols. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, guys, okay, I'm going to see Lisa. But I didn't get to that final round to actually go to the Bahamas to see her. So this week, we're doing the challenge. Renee, let me know when you have the video ready. Just give me a thumbs up or throw your hands or make some noise in the background so I know. Oh, she's got it. Woo! So this week, I signed up for the challenge. It's a free challenge. You can still join in today. Master Motivating the Masses is her website. It's for free. So on Tuesday, she's talking and she's like, "Do you want this?" And then she's talking about she's offering an 8-week program. And I'm like, "I want this." And she's not trying to sell us, family. This is the cool thing. On Monday, I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be $5,000. It's probably going to be $10,000. Where am I going to get this from? And she didn't even tell us a price. She didn't tell us anything. She didn't even say she was having another program, but I knew she was. On Tuesday, she comes through and she does her thing. She still does not tell us the price. She doesn't tell us anything. And I'm like, I want to do this. How much is it going to be? And then Wednesday, was it Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday, she talks about the program. And I don't care. I'm mixing up my days. But anyway, guys, I did not have the funds for it, $2,000. And I'm like, there's a book by Mel Robbins, The 5-Second Rule. So I said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. And I made a video. And in this video, I said, I'm doing a telethon. I have to do this challenge. I need you, whatever it says. So I threw it out there on all the socials. I hit it, my family, my friends. Donations are still coming in because I'm really close to my goal. And then yesterday, every day she has us do homework, which I love. By the way, she has inspired me to do a free 5-week program, which I'll be doing next week. It's fitness. That's something separate. But we're still on the Lisa tip. So yesterday, she'll call people out. And yesterday, I was so tired because I was up night. I just couldn't sleep, whatever. I was up and I was cold. And is anyone like blankets, like when they're cold? But, I got to work. So I had a onesie. For Christmas, we do this thing where we all wear onesies. So I put this Minnie Mouse onesie on and I felt so cuddly and I felt so good. So we're on the screen and we're about to go live. I'm like, Mommy, get my red lip. Because I had my onesie on. Lisa calls me. I'm like, okay, this is it, Tina. So she taught us something called the Valley. You got to watch. Renee, cue it up, get it ready to go. So I had to share my story, and then Lisa redid my story. So Renee, if you can cue it up, let's go, let's rock, let's roll. This is Lisa Nichols sharing my story, what I said to her. Some of you know my story. If you don't, you can always go to my Instagram or YouTube or something. Look like Renee walked away. I guess she's having some technical difficulties. I don't know. Okay, she's having technical. So I forgot I can hit it right here. So has anyone here ever heard of Lisa Nichols? No, Lisa Nichols. Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So here we go. No, you've never heard of her? Okay, well, for me, she is the best motivational well, I'm just going to say best. For me, it's the best one everywhere. All right, here we go. And boom, boom, boom. This is the one right here. This is Lisa Nichols regurgitating my story. And it's video number 3, Tina. I know that. And the cool thing is, family, after she did it, let me pause this. Hold on a second. So you can see her and my reaction, which was just like, I'm not going to say it was embarrassing. I was a little embarrassed, if I'm being totally honest with you. All right. So we are in here. This is Lisa Nichols saying my story.
But what they don't know about me is I do it because this little girl lost her daddy way too soon. And I wish I knew then what I know now, but I didn't know it. So I had to say goodbye to my favorite, my first love. See, as a little girl, he would show me what it felt like to be loved by a man, healthy love by a man. He would take me by my hands and hold me by my cheeks, and he would show me that love is healthy and that it's safe. So when health challenges took him away from me way too soon, I wasn't ready for it. And as a new mother of my own child, I couldn't bear the weight of the pain that came with the brokenness that I felt with having to say goodbye to the man I love. I found myself in a psychiatric hospital. How did I get here? How did I get here? Not me. Not me. This is not me. I'm a thinker. I'm a strategist. I'm a provider. I'm a mother. I'm a producer. But in this moment, I was a broken little girl.
I want to be mindful of time. If you want to see more of that, go to my YouTube channel. Lisa Nichols is amazing. I am Stars Tina. This is Breakfast with Champions. If you want to support my vision, I'm still taking donations because I'm like that much close to my goal. It is 6:30. I'm throwing it over to Glenn Rudin. Good morning, Glenn. How you doing?